These are all of my carbon fiber racing shoes. And this is a video that will be ranking all of the carbon fiber racing shoes that I own, from fastest to slowest. First up, we have the Prime X Strung 2X2 Strung. That is by far and away the slowest racing shoe that I own. I just ran in it yesterday or 2 days ago, and it feels like a big old clunker to me. When I first got it, it had a little bit more bounce, and it's not the mileage that's changed so much as my body weight, and I just am not able to compress the foam anymore. So that is for sure, by far, the slowest double carbon plated racing shoe that I own. The next one on this list is a shoe I love. It's a shoe I love. Don't hate on the shoe. Hoka Cielo X1 OG. This shoe is comfortable, bouncy, long run heaven, and I seriously enjoy running in it. That said, due to weight, it is not the fastest out of all of the carbon racers that I own. The next slowest shoe that I own, actually even slower than the Prime X Strung, is Strider, the dog. He cannot fit on a foot. He's slower than Hawk, the other dog, and is a little bit lazy. Isn't that right, buddy? Hawk is definitely a bit faster and not quite as big. And so because of his streamlined low weight, he can move quicker than Strider. The next slowest racing shoe that I own, one that I do not like at all, the Hoka Rocket X3. The Rocket X3 from Hoka is not as slow by a full category as the previous two shoes. Like the Prime X Strung is the slowest by far and away, and I would put the Cielo X1 in the same category as the Prime X Strung due to weight. The Rocket jumps up a full category. It's a lot faster than both of the previous shoes, but it is still slower than the remaining shoes that are in my current possession. The next shoe on this list is perhaps an unexpected one given its intended purpose, but it is the Adidas Adizero Takumi Sen 11. This shoe, when I first reviewed it, I really didn't like. It is the most turned around opinion of a shoe that I have, period. It is a beloved daily training companion for me. I know that sounds weird being a 5 and 10K racer. However, it seems to work really well with my mechanics at daily paces. The reason it's not faster on this list is it's just not faster for me. It's not, despite being direct, despite having a snappy carbon fiber rod system inside, it is not as quick as any of the remaining shoes on this list. It doesn't turn over as quickly. It doesn't give me as much bounce or assistance. It was pretty close between this one and the next one, though. So the next one is the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 3 Low. Total opposite of the Takumi Sen 11, the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 3 Low is one of the bounciest, if not the bounciest shoes in my possession. I would go so far as to say it is the bounciest, especially with my Cielo X1 getting long in the mileage at this point. Those are the only two that really compare in terms of bounce, above and beyond all of the other shoes that I own. However, that bounce can lead to some energy wibblies where the energy return goes sideways rather than exactly up and down all the time. Just a highly energetic foam, explosive foam, can lead to it not feeling as quick underfoot. Now, this is the paces that I've run in it so far is where I'm getting this list from and why I'm ranking them the way that I'm ranking them. I could see myself being more comfortable running a fast pace in the Takumi Sen, but the natural inclination to run at certain paces, as well as the amount of effort needed to put down into each stride, are all factoring into my decision here. So it's a holistic speed of the shoe taken in context of the full range of experience that I've had in it. And I think that the Low Boy edges out the Takumi Sen 11. It is pretty close though. Next on the list is the Douyin PB Pro. We're getting into the serious racing shoes at this point, the ones that I have considered as potential options for my upcoming marathon. And, you know, the Douyin PB Pro might not be the most exciting underfoot feel, but the paces that I've been able to hit in this were both consistent and very quick, quicker than the shoes that are slower than it on this list. That's all I really have to say about that shoe, because the next shoe you will recognize as my chosen until otherwise dethroned marathon shoe of choice, the Metaspeed Edge Tokyo from Asics. Now, that is a really fast shoe. It is very bouncy. It is up there with the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 3 Low for bounciness, but the stable foam in the heel, the stable Flight Foam Turbo Plus in the heel, coupled with the extremely secure lockdown and turning stability, makes this a much more confident option for going quickly on any course with turns. And the FF Leap isn't as explosive necessarily as the Piba and the Low Boy. So while this is a very bouncy shoe, it feels more directed and more geared towards maintaining a high cadence and a pace that is a fast pace. So I feel very confident running quickly in the Edge Tokyo, which leads perfectly into the next shoe, the Asics Metaspeed Edge Paris, which I do declare here and forever to be a faster shoe than the Edge Tokyo. It is not as comfortable as the Edge Tokyo. The ride is much more direct. It's as if the Takumi Sen had a baby with the Edge Tokyo. It's like if it's a firmer Edge Tokyo, basically. I really like the Flight Foam Turbo Plus in it. The last long run that I did in this shoe had me feeling really beaten up afterwards, and it's because it's prioritizing direct energy return over any comfort, any compromises. So it's not a ton faster than the Edge Tokyo, and it hurts a bit more to run in, but it's an uncompromising version of the Edge Tokyo. I think that the Edge Tokyo is going to be more democratic for the majority of people. Okay, we have two shoes left. And I think that a lot of you might be able to guess what number one is, but what is number two? It is the Dynafish Denian 1. This is so extremely rapidly fast. The fit is fantastic. The turnover rate is pretty much unparalleled. And if you are running up on your forefeet with strength in this shoe, it is among the fastest shoes ever to have been created. It's got a Piba midsole. It's very bouncy. Not the bounciest on this list for sure, but it is up there in terms of bounce. But where it really excels is just the flinging sensation that you get from the slightly extended length of the foam in the forefoot. And it is one of those where you do need to run with strength throughout running in it, but it is blistering fast when you could do it. So that leaves the final shoe. This has been basically my favorite shoe this year. The only shoe to give it a run for its money is the Dynafish Denian 1. And this shoe is the Nike Streakfly 2. In a league of its own, not even stacked upon the other shoes, it is by far the fastest shoe on this list. And I could even give you, categories or tiers to this, where the first tier would be the Prime X Strung and the Hoka Cielo X1. The next tier would probably encompass the Hoka Rocket X3, Takumi Sen, Mizuno Lowboy, and the Doin PB Pro. Those are all in a chunk. The two Asics shoes are in their own chunk. The Dynafish gets its own tier as well. It's much faster than the two Asics shoes, but it just doesn't touch the Streakfly. The Streakfly is so extraordinarily light on foot, explosively bouncy, flexible, comfortable to run in. Maybe not for everybody. For me, it's comfortable. And once you get up on your 4 feet in that shoe, you become a rocket ship and you just cannot stop. So I'm in love with that shoe. I really enjoy many of these shoes on this list. There are a couple that I really don't like the Prime X Strung and the Rocket X3. The rest of them I do like for different reasons and a great variety of reasons. But this is how fast they are. I appreciate all of your attention and stay in motion.